What's up, influencers? I am so excited to be getting into what we're going to be talking about today. My name is Benji Travis, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 biggest mistakes that channels make when they are first starting out on YouTube and how to avoid them, really. Because, honestly, YouTube, there can be so much to focus on. We're talking about best practices and some tips and hacks and tricks, all those kind of things. So we're going to be diving right into it. But first off, you guys, I want you guys to hit that like button and make sure you leave your comments below because we're going to try to answer all of them after this. But also at the end, I'm going to be doing a special Q&A. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this, baby.
This video is brought to you by vidIQ, the #1 Chrome extension for YouTubers looking for on-point data analysis, research resources, and enhanced video creator tools. Start getting more views in less time today by signing up for free at vidiq.com/influence. That's vidiq.com/influence.
That's what I'm talking about. Are you guys ready to get some more views, build your influence, get your channels growing so that you can get more subscribers and make this happen? Well, today we are going to talk about those 5 biggest mistakes. But if you're new to this channel, my name is Benji. That's my co-founder, Sean Cannell, and we started this to help you guys build your influence, income, and impact with online videos. So if you guys are new to this channel, consider subscribing. But we're gonna jump right into what the 5 mistakes are. And this is the thing. We want to make sure that you guys are optimizing your time and prioritizing what's correct. But oftentimes, a lot of people kind of like start doing things that they think is working and it's not working. So let's get into the first mistake people have when they're starting the channels. No clear focus. That's right, you guys. You guys are not having any clarity when it comes to your content. So you guys are actually, creating videos that are kind of all over the place. You're trying all these different challenges. You're just doing whatever is trending at the moment. And if you go to your channel, there's no real clarity. And couple things, if you try to reach everybody because you want tons of subscribers, you end up reaching nobody. So really focus on a smaller audience to make sure you have a clear focus. Remember, YouTube is a search engine. Especially when you guys are first starting out on YouTube, your videos have to be optimized for search because that's how you get discovered. When you have a video, whatever the topic is, you need to have a title that is searchable so that when people are looking for certain types of content that relates to what you're all about, they can find it. Remember, next, you got to help the algorithm out, okay? You're not focused on giving the right information to YouTube in the tags, in the info box, obviously even the title. And you've got to do that. You got to remember that when you're first starting out, YouTube can't just assume they know everything about you as a person, everything about you, about your plan and your channel and what people can expect. You have to utilize all the tools to make sure that happens. But you're not doing that when you're first starting. A lot of people, they're putting out this content and maybe the title doesn't actually have anything to do with the content, right? Or maybe it's just clickbait. So that focus is really important. More than ever, that title, that thumbnail, and the content. I've been saying this week after week, month after month, right? More so now than ever, that has to be so clear and focused because not only for the algorithm and YouTube, but for the viewers, they have to know they can rely on your content. We're going to dive into some channels. John Kohler of Growing Your Greens. He's a gardening guy. I love following him. In fact, I've interviewed him. Look at his channel. When you go to his videos, you can clearly see he's all about gardening. Not just from his titles, but his thumbnails. You could even skip reading anything and you can tell this guy loves tomatoes. He loves growing things, right? Next is Laura Vitale. You can tell from her banner already she is a cook or a chef. She's in a kitchen. She got a knife on there. She got some spaghetti. But look at her videos. And I can tell you, I watch her videos. If you deep dive into her content, it's all recipes. It's very clear and focused. Next is AJ Raphael. He's a singer. So even as a singer, you don't have to be, like just teaching people. You can even be entertaining and have that focus. Look at his videos. You can tell he's got a guitar. He's playing the piano. People are singing. He's collaborating with Tori Kelly. Like the vibe of his channel, but more importantly, the vibe of his content is very, very obvious. So ask yourself, are you putting out there onto YouTube, out to the world, to these viewers who you want to be subscribers, a clear, focused message? Because if you're not, especially when you're starting out, it's going to really be bad for your channel and the authority you're trying to build as a content creator. So a couple solutions here. Pick and commit to a niche. What is a niche? A niche is a small type of content, like not just comedy, but maybe like, comedy for women or comedy for guys in college. Be clear on the value that you want to give. Be clear on what it is you want to deliver to people, not only in your content, but what you're telling people, and be consistent about it. Lastly, understand your own goals. When we talk about people not having clarity or focus, it's not just with their content, but like, what is it that you want to achieve? If you know what it is you want on the end goal, what's like the end game here, you're going to be so much better off when it comes to the content you create and the people you are going to connect with. Because if you don't have what the destination is, then you're just going to be all over the place. Sean and I always talk about, when you go to the airport, right? You don't just tell the person at the counter, I just want to go anywhere. You always have a destination in mind, and it's a straight line there. I know that planes go back and forth or whatever, right? But you're going directly to wherever it is you're flying, and you need that for yourself, for your content, for your channel, if you guys want to avoid this mistake that a lot of people make. So, second mistake I want you guys to avoid is looking at the wrong information. When you're first starting out on YouTube, a lot of people are worried about their views and the subscribers. They're comparing themselves to other channels who might be growing faster, right? Or might be growing more quickly. And this is the thing. You need to make sure that you're focused on the right things, or else you're going to get frustrated. You're going to maybe lose the motivation. So make sure you're looking at things like watch time, your own growth. So what is watch time? First off, real quick, watch time is how much of your video are people watching. So like if you put out a 10-minute video, are they watching 2 minutes of it? Are they watching 8 minutes of it? We talk about growth. Now, it's okay to look at your views or subscribers, but compare it to your own videos. So if you put out a video that has 10 views, try to get 20 views next time. If you got 2 subscribers last month, maybe get 10 subscribers this month. Look at that growth. And the last thing, we're going to talk more about it, look at the opportunities. So you're so busy looking how sad your channel is, or how frustrated you are with your own growth, when really you should be spending that time on where are the opportunities? What are things that people are not doing that you could do? One of my favorite stories about this is Sean Cannell. Look at this. So years ago, Casey up here at the top, Casey Neistat put out a video where he's talking about his setup for his camera. And when you type in Casey Neistat camera setup, you can see Casey obviously shows up, right? 2 videos down, you see Sean's video, Casey Neistat's camera gear. Now let me give you a little context of what it is. Casey Neistat, very famous YouTuber. If you're not familiar, he was one of the daily vloggers in the last, I want to say like 5 years, that just blew up. And everybody wanted to know what gear he was using. So in one of his vlogs, he talks about it. But what does Sean do? He actually deep dives into his video a little bit more about Casey's setup, because Casey didn't actually talk about like the technical bits, like the specifications. In fact, let me show you Sean's video here. So this is Sean. Literally, he's playing Casey's video in the background, and he's talking about what he's going to talk about, right? And he actually goes in a little bit deeper about what it is that Casey didn't talk about in his video, right? About the things that techies, like, you know, people that are really into cameras really want to know, because Casey wasn't talking about it. And he gives a much more, you know, descriptive overview of what Casey's setup is. Why I love this story is, you know, Sean, when he put out this video, he wasn't nearly as big as he is now. And he could have easily, again, been frustrated with, you know, like, oh, I'm not growing or whatever. But he was paying attention to what's going on in his niche, right? In his audience, what they're watching, and where the opportunities were. And he was able to do that. That video alone, I believe, has about, let's see, right now, 373,000 views, which is a ton of views, especially for a video like that, where it's talking about somebody else's setup, right? So rather than looking at, you know, what you're frustrated with, look at the things that are going to help you grow. A tool we would highly recommend is vidIQ. As you saw, they did sponsor this video, but it's a tool we use all the time. vidIQ actually gives you an overview of your channel, but what's actually even cooler than that is it's a tool that goes right onto your Chrome browser. It's basically an extension, and it gives you data not only about your own channel and your own videos, but other people's videos too. Let's actually take a look at it right now. Let me see if I can make this work here. So, all right. So when I am doing research on my own videos, I'm going to type in kimchi recipe, kimchi fried rice. I'm showing you guys exactly what I do and how I use vidIQ, okay? First off, if I'm researching kimchi fried rice, I'm a food YouTuber, I got another channel. I'm looking all this data. Over here is telling you what the search volume is, what the competition is, right? This is data that's so valuable because it's telling you where the opportunities are. Here's my actual kimchi fried rice video, which actually ranks 3rd right now. And what's really cool is down here to the right, it tells you a lot of information, right? It's telling me how many views or how many subscribers I've driven with this video. But more importantly, it's showing me average watch time, right? Or average view time. It's telling me 70% of this video is being watched by people. And it's telling me how I'm ranking. Look at all these tags. But I think more importantly than looking at your own videos, you can see other people's videos. So I'm going to click on this one right above. So you can actually see not only what videos are ranking, but what about their content is making their videos rank higher maybe. And you can see what tags are using. That is amazing. And that's why we highly recommend vidIQ. It's not just because they're our sponsors and we work with them. We actually use them all the time. There's a free version. So if you guys go to vidiq.com/influence, you can get the free version, or you can get the paid version Boost and get a lot more information. Anyways, so definitely look at that. We're going to get into the next mistake. But again, you know, a mistake that people are making is they're paying attention to the wrong things. Look at the information that's going to help you improve your content, right? Rather than the things that's going to frustrate you. Use tools like vidIQ to grow over time. Look for the opportunities like Sean did to actually create a video that potentially could go viral, right? Or at least be something that's serving an audience that doesn't have the right video, and you could be the one to create it to get those views, to get those subscribers. All right, third mistake is looking at successful YouTubers. I know that doesn't really make sense after I just said, you know, look at other channels, but this is what I mean. A lot of successful YouTubers, they're successful because they've been doing this for a long time. They already have their audiences, and they don't have to play by the same rules. Let's use PewDiePie as an example here. PewDiePie right here just put out this video. As you see, it says you had one job with editor Brad 1. Now, if you know anything about ranking, would that ever rank for anything? I don't know. I don't think so. And look, this again, using vidIQ at the bottom right, It shows the video tags. Satire, Reddit, you had one job. Are people really actually looking for those things? I don't think so. But oftentimes what happens is you see someone like PewDiePie, Casey Neistat, other people you follow who's already successful, and you're duplicating what they're doing. You're saying they don't use tags, right? Or they don't have optimized titles. Remember, there's something about those YouTubers you have to understand. Number one, they already have channel authority and they've already built up their fans. This is what I mean by that. Channel authority. That is something that YouTube gives to you over time when you've proven yourself. So you've put out videos that serve the audience positively. And it's stuff, they're looking for something, they put your video in the search, and then they're watching, a majority of the video. So YouTube looks at it as a good thing. So over time, if you do that enough times, you're going to get channel authority. Another way you get it is with building an audience, right? So over time, you build up fans. But the other thing to consider is they have fans. If you're just starting out and you don't have fans, you don't have subscribers, that will literally want to watch your videos no matter what, it's going to be very hard for you guys to get those views when you're starting out trying to do what they do, And that's the thing. When you're starting a channel and you have no subscribers, you've got to be doing it all. Like literally everything. So let's talk about that. You have to follow all the best practices. I'm sorry to say, it's going to be hard work. That means you're going to have to work maybe harder than those guys. Don't get me wrong. Those guys got there for a reason, though. They're successful for a reason because they also worked hard. But if you're starting now, you especially have to do everything. Quality content. You have to make sure you're putting out content people want to watch. And again, going back to what we said before, alignment with the algorithm. Okay? Make sure that you're putting out content that is searchable, that will rank, and when people click on it, people actually want to watch it. So do not just look at you can look at other people's channels and get ideas and get inspiration, but don't look at the things they're not doing and say, I don't have to do it either. When you're just starting out, you absolutely have to do everything. By the way, hit that like button if you guys think this is valuable information. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and comment below where you're watching this from, okay? Because I know a lot of people. What's up, Sophia? What's up, Emmanuel? Young Magnets. What's up, Jordan? I love doing these every single Saturday morning. So let me know where you guys are watching from. But we're going to move right on, and we're going to go to mistake number 4. This one's hard. Woo. Assuming your content is good. Wow. The reason I say this is hard is because a lot of people put out videos and they get frustrated because things aren't working for them. They're not getting the views. They're not getting subscribers. Maybe they have uploaded 100 videos or they've been uploading for a whole year and they're not getting the traction they want. And oftentimes it's because their videos aren't what people want to watch, right? They might be too long. They might not be interesting. Going back to that the first mistake, they're not focused, whatever it might be. When you first put out videos, remember, especially if you don't have fans, people don't want to watch you brush your teeth, right? People don't want to watch you get ready in the morning. You see, again, going back to what I said earlier, you see other people doing these things, but if there's no context there, then you have to think value, value, value. So go right to the point. Even now, I'm always trying to make sure my videos get right to the point and shorten those videos. Optimize them to get that watch time. Ask yourself, would I really want to watch this, and would others want to watch it? I can relate. I've been there. I put out content. I didn't even think anything of it. But before you even plan your videos, before you hit record, when you're editing, when you put it out there, are people going to want to consume it? Like, is this content valuable enough that it's worthy for their time they're spending in your videos? going back to the algorithm, why this is so important is because if you're not doing this and people go in there and it's not interesting, YouTube is not going to want to rank it. You know, a lot of successful YouTubers even right now are having this complaint like their subscribers aren't being notified of their videos. This is harsh for them too. It's because maybe their content isn't valuable enough, right? Maybe they're not doing the best practices. Maybe they got so comfortable, they're not actually putting out valuable content that people want to watch. Another thing I want to bring up is look at the drop-offs to improve. Look at the audience retention using tools like vidIQ. But even if you don't have vidIQ, you can actually go into the analytics and you can see where people are dropping off in terms of viewership. So if you have a 5-minute video, do you have 3 minutes of watch time? What is happening in the other 2 minutes that people don't want to watch? Just drop it. We actually did a broadcast last week with Jeremy Johnson, who grew almost 2 million or 1 million subscribers in 2 to 3 years. And that's what he did. He really was critical about his own content, and people didn't watch that stuff. He just didn't do it a lot. Now, you should definitely be organic, right? And put out content you're passionate about, but sometimes you just got to be, again, very focused. My channel, Benjamin TV, it's a food channel. This is a video I literally just put up 24 hours, yakisoba recipe. Off to the right, you can see I'm using vidIQ to track. I'm already ranking for a lot of terms. I wanted to rank for yakisoba, which is the very first tag. I'm number 2 on here, so check it out. But the reason I wanted to bring it up is because here it is. I've been doing this for so many years. I've got about 350,000. Hey Google, volume level 1. Sorry, you guys. But as you guys can see, my video is very concise, right to the point, very tight. I get right to the recipe. I want to say like within 1 minute. You can see, looks delicious. You guys about to get hungry here. That's some chicken. Nice Chris actually edited this. And literally, we just taped it, I think, this week. But literally, the recipe ends within 1 minute in there, right? And the whole video is 3 minutes long. When we looked at other yakisoba recipes, they were like 4, 5, 7, 8 minutes. Maybe there was a few that were like 10 minutes long. But the reason I keep them short is because the intent of the viewer when they go on YouTube and looking for yakisoba, which is Japanese fried noodles, is they want to learn it, right? I know I'm married to someone that like just wants to answer right away, Judy. Even me, right? Like I like actually watching cooking videos, so I don't mind a longer one. But I was thinking about that person that just wants to answer, right? They want the recipe. They want that quick video that they can follow and watch over and over and over. And that's what I created. And even though I've been doing this now for 10 years, I've got fans there, I'm still practicing the best practices, right? I'm still doing what I'm telling you guys to do to optimize my videos for the future, for the long term, so they're evergreen, which means that they can last a long time and constantly get me views. All right? So ask yourself, are you doing that? Let's get back to this. And so ask yourself, are you guys doing that? And I just want to say, hit that like button, you guys, if you're loving this. If this is something that's ringing a bell in your mind about, you know, mistakes you're making on your channel in your video. If you're frustrated with your growth and you think like some of the solutions I'm talking about actually will help you improve, and comment below. We're going to be doing a Q&A here soon, and we're going to get on to the last mistake. Quitting too early. Now, this one might not like seem like it's going to blow your mind or anything. And it's very obvious. Everybody knows this, but I'll tell you, the reason this is so important, the reason I'm ending with this is because it's for real something you got to remind yourself of every single day. An example of this is a channel that we interviewed, Barnacule's Nerdgasm. He's actually a like nerd geek lifestyle channel. In fact, let me show you his channel right now. Got great content, talks about everything, nerd stuff. Actually, in a few seconds here, you're going to see him talking about, I think the flamethrower, right? Which is pretty dope. And he's got this great channel. This is what he does, like every single day. And his story is pretty amazing. He worked at Microsoft for 15 years, was laid off, decided to go full time with the channel that had been going for 2 years, right? But the reason I wanted to share with you about him was specifically this. Let's get back. It took him 4 years to get to 10,000 subscribers. And he could have easily gotten, frustrated with that and quit, but he didn't. 2 years after he got to 10,000 subscribers, he was at 700,000 subscribers. That's pretty crazy. Literally, to go from 10,000 to 700,000 such a short amount of time compared to like 4 years of that slow growth. Now, you're going to have to determine what is slow and fast for you, because different types of niches, different types of content will have different like milestones that are important, right? But he's almost at 1 million subscribers now. He's crushing it. This is what he does for a living. And if he had quit at year 4, how unfortunate. Because literally, if you told him after he quit, like maybe years later, like somebody had all the answers, could be like, yeah, if you stuck around for 2 more years, you would have been doing this full time. And a lot of you guys are maybe already into this 2, 3, 4 years. But especially if you're just starting out, just know that this is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So some solutions. Make sure you pace yourself so you can be consistent. We talk about consistency so much, but pacing yourself is just as important, because, what you're going to learn over the long term is what's going to give you the answers you need to be successful. Time to learn, time to improve, and time to grow your channel. We talked about vidIQ and using tools like that, going into your analytics, right? Looking at your own numbers. How are you different from the first video to the second video, first year to the second year? What are the strategies that work for you that didn't work for you? What are the opportunities you need to capitalize on? And the last thing is, ask yourself, do you love this? Do what you love, right? Make sure this is something you're passionate about. And the reason that's so important is because oftentimes you hear this term where people say, you should be doing what you would do for free. What's ironic about that is if you're willing to do it for free because you're so passionate, you're probably going to be able to make money, if not more money than other avenues, because you just love it so much, right? Food, for example, I would cook food forever for free, right? I mean, I cook for my family and I cook for myself, so there is that benefit. But I would do food videos. I mean, I still do food videos, even though that's not my main business model, because I just love it. And that's how I've been able to sustain it. And because of it, I get great opportunities around my passion for food. So with all that being said, make sure that you guys are being consistent, because when you look at your videos performance and you look at that data like audience retention, how many subs you got, how many views you got, how what tags worked for you and what didn't, and you keep doing that over and over and over, year after year, eventually something is going to work, or you're going to realize something's not working and you're going to fix it. But it doesn't happen overnight. So you guys, we're about to get into Q&A. Hit that like button if you guys are getting great value out of this broadcast. Consider subscribing if you guys want more videos like this, tips and tricks, as well as interviews with some of the top influencers. And yeah, and the last thing I want to share with you guys before we get into Q&A is YouTube Secrets. This is a book that Sean and I worked on for 4 years. So if you're just starting out, especially, we believe this is what you need. It's got the 7 secret principles to success on YouTube, with as well as some like strategies and tactics at the end of the book. And you know, this is literally 20 years of our life into this book. And the reason it took 4 years is because we wanted to build this channel, Video Influencers, and we interviewed over 100 plus YouTubers, and we put not only our wisdom and our experiences, but their strategies in this book. So make sure you check it out. All the links will be down below. I'm going to answer some questions now. Let's see here. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Gabby. Thanks, Jordan. Alex, how do I find my focus if I have several different things I want to do? Well, Alex, thank you so much for asking that question, because I bet a lot of people can relate to that. And even me, I had multiple, you know, I'm a vlogger, I have a food channel, and I've got this channel where I share my experience. But in the beginning, it's so important to just pick one, because you really need that focus to make sure that one works. And as you get more successful and you learn what is going to work on YouTube, you can explore other opportunities. But the way I would say to choose is this. Ask yourself, what do you have fun doing? And if you have multiple things, what do you have the most fun doing? That's just a simple question you can ask yourself. Any one of you guys watching this can ask yourself to determine what it is you should focus on. So hopefully that helps you out, Alex. Emmanuel, how to grow as a food creator in 2019. Oh, I love this, because I am a food creator and I'm putting out videos. Number one thing I want to tell you is there's so much space available for people that have food channels or are exploring making a food channel. It's crazy to me that in 2019, over 10 years after this platform came to be, that there's certain recipes that I can still rank on. There's channels, way more subscribers, right, that have you know, an audience that is aligned more with the recipes I'm putting out. But why is it that I'm able to rank higher than them, right? Well, it's because they're not optimizing. But two, there's just a lot of space. They're probably doing other recipes. So just know that, number one. And how do you grow as a food channel? What I would say is, number one, ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? Do you want to teach recipes? Do you want to just eat food? Do you want to work with restaurants? Do you want to review restaurants? Secondly, what's the content you want to make that's going to help you create the audience that's going to help you do that? For example, I just want to share my passion with people that love food, and I would love to get a following that helps me continue doing that, which is eat food, delicious food, go out and have awesome food experiences. So I put out recipes because I know people want to learn. People that are passionate about food oftentimes like to cook, right? So then they're going to watch my recipes and follow me. Because of that following, I get to work with brands. I get, you know, invited to restaurants. I get to, you know, get these experiences when it comes to different like food experiences that I wouldn't get if it wasn't for my YouTube community. So hopefully that helps you, Emmanuel. Next question here. Let's see. Young Magnet says, what has been the most important factor for your individual channels growing? Is there a specific form of promotion or strategy that you can pinpoint having most impact? Wow. So that's loaded, because this is the thing. I've got multiple channels, number one. So there was never just one thing that was universal across all of them. I can tell you the answer for you and anybody else watching is you're going to find that answer for your content in your channel through experience. This is why we talk about consistency being so important. It's content and then it's consistency. Because when you're uploading over and over and over, and you're, you know, thinking about good videos at a rank, you're recording, thinking about the audience, you're putting it out there to add value to people, and then you look at observing at the results, looking at the analytics, and then you're looking at other people's videos and asking yourself why they're getting views, right? You're looking at researching what is it people are researching and looking at stats. When you do all of that, you're going to find those opportunities like Sean did with Casey Neistat's camera view video. He was following Casey at the time, right? He was also interested, but he thought, wow, I'm surprised Casey didn't talk about the specifications or some more of the details that people that are into camera would want. boom, he made that video. I think like literally within a day or two of Casey putting out his video, 350,000 views. So when you ask what's the most important factor for your individual channels growing, I'd say for me, number one is doing what I'm passionate about, right? Always following my heart, always making sure that it's something that I'm having fun with. And two, consistency. But three, the answer is going to be different for everybody. So you just have to do it, get better, improve, and you're going to find that. All right, last one. Carol says, to piggyback on someone else, or did Sean ask Casey? Okay, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking here. Oh, did Sean ask Casey? I doubt Sean asked Casey, and he has no need to ask Casey. I think that only helped Casey get more exposure. And this is the thing. He was answering a question that a lot of other people had. I wouldn't be surprised if in the comments area, people were actually asking that. Sean's like, oh, shoot, I should make a video to answer it. So he was adding more value, not only to Casey's audience, but anybody else that is interested in a like setup good for vloggers. Okay, I'm going to answer one more. Oh, yeah. Cali Fam TV asks, quick question, Google ads or not to Google ads for channels just starting out? All right, the easy question is this. If you have enough money and you understand ads, I think that ads can be a great part of the strategy to grow your channel. But most influencers, I'm sure a lot of you guys watching, don't have the extra money. In fact, that extra money should be going towards your setup, right? Or the quality of your content, or maybe like hiring somebody to help you with thumbnails or some other graphics thing, or help shoot videos, whatever. But the thing about ads, just think about YouTube. There's only so much real estate. I call it real estate, right? If you're using a phone, for example, there's only so much screen space. When you're on a desktop computer, there's only so many places where different thumbnails of different videos can go. When you pay for ads, you're getting prioritized positioning. If you're paying for an in-stream ad, like a commercial, you're getting to be inside somebody's video before their video plays. I will tell you this, there's people that run ads against our channel, our content, that literally are targeting our viewers because they know that there's an alignment there. So I definitely think there's opportunities there, but I don't think that you have to. So yeah, and I can tell you, even like for us, when we have certain events or certain things like we're pushing, like YouTube Secrets, our book, we might run ads, and not just on YouTube, on Facebook, other platforms. So all right, you guys, thank you so much for your time. I hope that helps you guys avoid these mistakes. Hit that like button and make sure you guys subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Follow us on social media, Video Influencers. On Twitter, it's just Video Influencer with no S because there's not enough characters. I am Benji Travis. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys grow, avoid mistakes, and just kill it, you guys. So I'll talk to you later. You guys have a great weekend.